I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but your social life is suffering. Your social life is non existent. And in today's video, we're going to break down all the various reasons as to why that is. I recently moved to the city thinking that, more opportunities to engage and network and all kinds of stuff. And I'm sure you can still do those things. I'm not saying you can't, but in the city, it seems like people are more antisocial than in a smaller town. So when you go out to places, you're either by yourself or you're with a group of people. And guess what? When you're with a group of people, you have no intention to talk to other people and make new friends or any of that. You're literally going out just to eat and socialize with the two people or the three people that are around you. You don't care about the people down the way. See, there used to be a sense of social life in America, but it's non-existent. We're going to get there in a second, but I'm going to break down all the reasons why I think that we are where we are. We're going to get there in a second, but this is just how bad it is. I was coming back from a Dallas Stars game, and the Dallas Stars play downtown, literally right in the middle of downtown, uptown, they call it in Dallas. So as the game ends, it's like 9, 10 o'clock, we're walking past clubs, restaurants. There's literally nobody on the street. This is a Saturday night. There's literally nobody on the street. 10 o'clock at night, clubs are dead, restaurants are dead. It's a ghost town. And this is downtown Dallas. There's something seriously wrong with the social life in America. And I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to it. The Passport Bros have been on this for a long time, which is why they left. They went other places where it's more social, the people like them and respect them more. But this is becoming a serious issue. Um, Guys, if you don't meet your mate, if you don't meet your friends, and they don't move to where where you're proximate at in close proximity, you're not going to have that many friends. You're not going to find it easy to find a relationship. I mean, don't get it twisted. You'll have your coworkers at work, but you can't really truly be friends at work because work is a competitive environment. Everybody's trying to get a promotion, all that kind of stuff. So you're going to run into that issue. You're going to think you have friends at work, and then, they're going to cross you and try to, spill a lie on you to get a promotion or to demote you or send you to HR to get you fired. There's all kinds of crazy stuff that's going to happen. So you don't have any friends there. And if your college friends don't live close to you, you're not going to have the energy to go out and make new friends. Why? Because let's get into it. Let's get into the list. Excuse me. Feminism. Now, this is more of like your dating life part of the social interaction, right? Both sexes are on edge. Let's just be real with it. Men are sick of dating, sick of all the BS, paying for dates, women flaking, lying, being two-faced. So you have that portion of men that are like just completely checked out. Now, there is a portion of men that are getting exactly what they want out here. And then that comes into what women are thinking and why their dating life sucks. They're brainwashed by college and indoctrination and propaganda through feminism, of course. We've talked about this 1,000 times. So in America or in a city, especially if you go out and try to approach a woman, you're going to be met with opposition. This isn't the 80s, the 90s, and on back, where when you went out, you actually tried to impress the opposite sex and you actually wanted to get attention and actually wanted to talk to the opposite sex. People, you'll go up to people and people will shoot you down immediately. They have no intention of meeting and socializing in person in America. Pay attention to the social dynamics of the club. If you know the few clubs that are actually popping, because the club scene is dead. Um, the club scene has been replaced by the gym, and even gyms are starting to dwindle a little bit too, right? But in the club, in the gym, the social dynamics are off. Take, for instance, the club. Back in the day, when women went out, they went out to get attention from men. They wanted to dance with men, get different numbers, and go on dates, or maybe just get a casual one night stand. Um, Today, there's none of that. Women go together with their women. They don't even look in the men's direction. They dance with each other. They buy each other drinks. I mean, if you want to, if you're one of the tricks and whatnot, and you want to buy the women drinks and to buy their attention, they'll take it and they'll use it. They'll use you for what you're worth, but you're not going to get that much doing nightlife game in America. Excuse me. So if you don't meet your significant other while you're in college, as soon as you get into the workforce and start real life and have real responsibilities, your social life is going to dwindle. Take on the fact that maybe you moved to a different city so you're away from your family and your friends that you grew up with or you went to college with. Now you're on dating apps. This is what everybody goes to. You get on the dating apps. Why? Because that's the path of least resistance. Now, let's get into the other thing why people in the social life is dead in America. Inflation. The economy is trapped. Guys, first of all, the place that you party at is normally not the place that you live at, unless you live downtown. But so that means what? That's gas money. You got to get dressed. You got to sit in traffic. It's going to take 30, 40 minutes plus the traffic just to get there. So you're spending money on gas just to get to the club and back to the club or to whatever social event. Then you got to get there and actually pay for the actual food or the drinks. And drinks in the city and all that stuff is going to shoot you about $15, $20 a pop, $12, $15, $20 a pop, depending on what drink you get. So you got gas money you just spent, you were at a full tank, now you're at halfway, just getting to the club and back home. Then you went to the club, then you had to pay for drinks, your own drinks. Maybe you pay for another woman's drink if you're a man. Now you're sitting at easily $50 already, including the gas that you just used up. So at the very least, you didn't spend about $20 to $40 on drinks. Then you got to pay for dates. You got to go on dates, right? You got to pick the location. You got to find the date. That's more time. You got to hope the woman accepts the date and the location that you pick. That's a whole nother process. Then the date comes, then you got to worry about if she's going to flake or not. Then, let's say you get through all of that. You have to pay for the actual date, and she's going to want a decent date. So that's going to shoot you another $50. Another $30 to $50. Easy. 20 on a good day. I mean, guys, even a meal at McDonald's is like $10, $9, $10. So you're going to spend at least $20 to $50 just on the date. Guys, you don't have the money to date because inflation and everything is so expensive. You don't have the date. You don't have the money, the resources, because you're gonna fly through your money trying to date multiple women or date multiple guys. Well, it's mainly a guy issue because women don't normally pay for things, right? But Your social life it's expensive to be social. Then tack on the fact that you're working 10, 8, 10, 9 hours a day, more, depending on what job you work. And then you're supposed to go home after you worked a long day at work, getting yelled at your boss, making pennies on the dollar. Now you have to find the energy to go out and socialize and spend the money that you don't have to go on dates you don't have the money for. Your social life is shot just right there. So this is why everybody's in a perpetual cycle of being single. So here's the last thing. We're literally, through technology, we're innovating ourselves out of direct human interaction. Everything's on the internet now. Everything's on the phone now. Right? Why go on a date when you can just FaceTime? When you can just get on a dating app, why go out and approach people and learn how they actually are in real life and get their social cues and get a good reading on people. If I can speak proper English, it's been a long day. But why do all of that and cold approach and get all that rejection when you should just go on a dating app and just swipe until you get somebody? It takes you less time, less effort. The rejection on a dating app don't even mean that much. You just get on you just talk to somebody else. So, and then we can do a lot of things from home. You get on Instagram, post your social life on Instagram, get a whole bunch of likes from the phone. You don't have to prove it in real life, not as much anymore. You can fool a lot of people through an internet presence. So we're literally, all these things are why the social life in America is dying. And it's been dying. So how do we fix this? Do we fix it? Can we fix it? Guys, socialization has to be embedded in your culture. And so, especially in the cities, everybody's more selfish, everybody's more narcissistic, everybody's more to themselves in the city. Not saying that you can't have a good social life, not saying that you can't get what you need to network and get better job opportunities and all this stuff. I'm not saying that you can't do that. I'm just saying if you don't do it strategically and you go out here like a shotgun just spraying and praying, you're gonna waste a lot of time. A lot of time that could be valuably spent on something else. But just like with anything, your social life takes effort. It takes time to develop. But we live in this microwave society as to why people think they should have best friends in 30 seconds. It don't work like that in the real world. So that's my video. You guys let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. You guys have a good day, good week, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.